fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. I'm Daphne, and it's April, so I am here with a stash video because I try to do a stash update every quarter. If you follow the channel, you know that one of my goals was to increase my stash before I moved to Canada, and that is in order to purchase a lot of these without having to pay import taxes, duties, fees, all that extra stuff. Even if I account for the exchange rate between US dollars and Canadian dollars, it's roughly $30 to $40 more to buy some kits from Canada and have them shipped from the US. So I'm opting to save that money because I will be able to transport these across the border one time without having to pay import fees. So I'm building up my stash in order to do that. We have reached the point in our move journey where we are getting ready to move, hopefully at the end of this summer, which means I can pack some of these away. I need to make some decisions about if anything is going to go and where I'm going to go from here. So I'm going to do what I usually do. I'm going to throw pictures up on the screen as I mention kits, because a lot of these, especially the Diamond Art Clubs and some of the others, the pictures on the end of the boxes are just so small you can't see what they are. However, I opted to actually move them this time because that's going to help me sort through. Once I started physically moving them onto the dining room table here to show you guys, I actually came across several that I was already like, okay, I know I definitely want to keep this one, but I'm probably not going to get to it before the move, so that is one that can be packed away. So I'll be talking a little bit about that as we go through. Hopefully I'll be able to have a decent pile of, yes, these can get packed, but I'm definitely keeping them just so I can get them packed and kind of out of the way. And then I really need to sit down and think about too, which ones I want to do between now and the move so that I have access to those. So just so you know where I'm at, let's get started. I've got a lot of one-offs and a lot of whips, and I elected not to go grab them all and kind of lay them over the pile like I usually do, just because I'm tired, frankly. I've been packing other stuff, and so I just decided I didn't want to haul them all out here. Plus, several of them are quite large. To start off my stash count for whips, I have one Diamond Art Club, which is Universe in a Jar, and I'll stick a picture over there so you can see it. It is one of my 5 oldest kits, so I'm currently working on that one. I have a Mary's Diamonds, which is my only Mary's Diamonds. You'll see some Mary's Diamonds boxes, but these were purchased after Bella Art took them over. So I only have one Mary's Diamonds called 02 that is currently a whip. I have one Oraloa that is currently a whip called Comet. It is a Christmas themed one. I started it last year and I just didn't get it finished, so it is still currently a whip. I have, of course, my one remaining Diamond Painting Deutschland, which is my Josephine Wall, and again, I'll throw a picture over there, called Melody in Pink. And then, if you saw the kit up video with my round purple butterfly case, that is my one Pam diamond painting, and that one is also a whip. I haven't actually laid any drills as of filming, but I probably will have by the time you see this. And is that it? Diamond Painting Deutschland, Oraloa, Mary's Diamonds, Pam Diamond Painting, and my one Diamond Art Club. So that's 5 whips, in case you were counting. So I have those 5 whips. Oh, and I forgot, this is a whip too. This is my Craft Pack Canada. This is the temperature chart one that is going a la the temperature blanket. I have January and February done. I have not done March yet. I've got to go gather the data and do that, and then I will have March done. But this one will be a whip through the year, so this one won't get done until next January. So that's 6 whips. I think that's all of them. Okay, so then if I go company by company, which is how I'm kind of do this, just to make it easier mentally on myself. One-offs. I've talked about some of the one-offs that I have as whips, the Mary's Diamond, the Pam Diamond Painting. I have another couple of one-offs besides those whips. Let me move this one out of the way. And I say one-off, some of them I only have one, a couple I have two. I have still 2 Heaven and Earth designs downstairs hanging up. I ordered 3 different canvases and they all came at the same time in the same tube. So I finished my Pegasus and the Muses, but I do still have my Mermaid at Sunset, which I've got the drills kitted up for, but I haven't actually laid any drills. And I probably won't now until after the move. And then I have another Heaven and Earth called Lackadaisy Perennial, which is like a 20s flapper girl kind of thing. And I haven't kitted anything up for that. So I think what I'm going to do is take one of my leftover Craftably tubes and I'm just going to roll those canvases up into that tube for transport, because I just don't think that I'm going to be able to get to either one of those before the move. The mermaid one is huge, and while the flapper one is quite a bit smaller, I don't have the drills put together for it. So I have 2 Heaven and Earth designs. Then for kind of one-offs, not really one-offs, but this one is a one-off. This is one of the Make Market ones. It is of the Colosseum, as you can see in Rome, from Michaels. And I had another one that was dolphins, but it was quite a bit smaller. It was like a 20 by 20 or something. So it is already finished. So I still have this one to do. But this one is probably going to get packed away. I likely will not get rid of any of my rounds. I may get rid of some of my squares. I'll have to see. Or if I don't get rid of them, I'll pack them up just because. But this one is a round, so I'm going to keep this one, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get to this one soon. So this one is probably going to get packed away. So 1 Make Market. Then I have, again, these are not one-offs, but I have 2 of these. These are 2 Distracted by Diamonds. I have one that is called Oasis, and it is a round. And I really love it's a portrait, and I really love the way it looks. I'm keeping it, but it is also something that I probably won't get to anytime soon. So it's probably going to get packed away. The other Distracted by Diamonds that I have is called Halloween. Halloween Girl, is that the name of it? It's just called Halloween. But it's this cute little girl, and I've seen someone do it, and it looks really cute, so I can't wait to do this one. However, I do have this one on my Want series, but I didn't intend to do this one until October, so I'm keeping it, but it may also get packed away because it will be hopefully after the move before I need it. I may keep it out just in case I decide I want to get to it sooner than that, but we'll see. So 2 Distracted by Diamonds. Then this one is a one-off, and I don't think I've showed this one to you guys before. This one is from the Mermaid Cavern, and it is called De los Muertos. It is a square. It is another Halloween one. It's just this really cute little skull girl and everything. However, it is kind of big, 19 by 25, 50 by 65. It's not huge, but I don't have this on my list of want or anything to do. So this one will likely get packed away as well. And I just have the one from the Mermaid Cavern so far. Okay, so if you're keeping track, that puts me at 12 so far. Let me move these out of the way so you can see everything else that's behind here, and I will be right back. So as usual, I'm going to start on this side of the table just because I have more of these 4 companies than anything else. I'm going to start with these other ones first. So I have 2 Jaded Gem Shop here. This one I already unboxed in a Stay or Go series video. This one is the 20-sided dice fairy. It is quite large, but I've decided that I'm not keeping this one. So I don't know whether I'm going to give this away in a giveaway. I haven't decided. Once I finish going through all of these, and if I see there's several that I'm like, I'm going to give those away, I might do some kind of a de-stash. I don't know yet. But this one for sure I'm not keeping. So of everything I have, this is one I know for sure is going to go. The other one I have is called Owen and Aurora. And this one is kind of like a zodiac picture with the high priest and high priestess, or I guess not zodiac, like tarot. And I haven't unboxed it yet, but I'm definitely keeping this one. However, it is square, so this one is probably going to get packed away because I'm keeping it, but I'm not going to get to it anytime soon. So I have 2 Jaded Gem Shop. Then my Craftablies. I really had a Craftably that I thought I was going to do a stay or go video with and I might end up giving away. But now that Craftably is closed, no, I'm not doing that. I'm keeping all of my Craftablies. So, and I did buy 2 Craftablies when they had their last new releases. They had their new releases, which it seemed like we waited forever for. And then right after that, they announced that they were closing. So I'm glad I bought them when I did. So I have Blue Swallowtail on Pansies. This is a round, so this is definitely a keep. But it's probably not anything that I'm going to get to anytime soon, so it can probably get packed away. Then this is one that I wanted forever and ever and ever. This is my Gnomes in a Snowy Forest. This is also a round. If you've never done a Craftably round, you are missing out. I have done, I think, 4 Craftablies now, all rounds, so I can't speak to their squares, but love, love, love their rounds. And this was one that I desperately wanted, and I managed to snag it before it sold out. I bought these 2 before they announced they were closing, so I'm glad I bought them when I did. I actually went back to go buy some more before I got these, or after I got these 2. And the other 2 that I wanted, one had like bunnies on it, and I forget what the other one was, but both of them were sold out by the time I went back. So that's 2 Craftablies that I'm definitely keeping. This is one that I considered maybe getting rid of. This is called Midnight Warrior. It is also a round. And the reason I considered getting rid of it was because there's quite a bit of blue, and I'm just not a big fan of color blocking. I don't mind doing some of it, but I don't like a lot of it. And so I wasn't sure I wanted to keep this one. But it is a round and it is a Craftably. You can't get them anymore, so I'm definitely keeping this one. And then my last Craftably, this is a Dakota Detweiler called Angel of Justice. Now, I need to look at this one and see, even if it's a square, I'm probably going to keep it, but definitely if it's a round. I was going to do this one last year for the Dakota Detweiler event, but it's just such a huge canvas and I had so many other things going on that I just didn't get around to it. I absolutely love this image. So if it is a round, it is a definite keep. If it's a square, I'm still probably keeping it. But all 4 of these Craftablies are ones that I'm not going to get to anytime soon. So these can all get packed up and put away. So 2 Jaded Gem Shop and 4 Craftably. So for you who are keeping count, that is currently 18. All right, so let me move my Craftablies and my Jaded Gem Shops out of the way, and then we'll be right back to talk about Diamond Painting Shop and Dreamer Designs. Don't go anywhere. All right, next up we have, because I'm going kind of in order of which ones I have the most, least to the most. So I've got 3 Diamond Painting Shop. I have 2 Mukas, which of course I'm not giving away. The first one is Spring. Now, you guys saw me do the summer one from Diamond Painting Shop. I'll stick a picture of it over there. It's one that I actually got framed and it looks really, really good. So at some point I would like to have all 4 of the seasons, but they're just so big. This is 22 by 52 inches or 58 by 133 centimeters. And it's just so large. I believe this one was a round. The other one was a round, so I'm assuming this one is. But it's just so big, there's no way I'm going to have any time to get to it. So keep, but getting packed away. Then I have another Muka called Zodiac. And this one is a square. Oops, let me get this where you guys can see it. I'll throw the picture up there, but Zodiac, this one is a square. So I'm excited to try this one out because I want to see how the squares work up, but not something that I'm going to get to this year either. This one, 70 by 93. So yeah, huge. And then this one, I've unboxed this one on the channel, but quite a while ago. This one is another huge one, 67 by 94. This one is called, I don't actually remember the name of it, but it's by Ciro Marchetti. I have another one by him, but from Dreamer Designs. But this one is just, oh, I think it's called Sleepy Time. It's such a cute little painting. There's no way I'm getting rid of it, but it's just not something that I'm going to get to right away. So 3 Diamond Painting Shop that are going to get packed away. 2 Mukas, and then the Sleepy Time one. So 3 of those. Then Dreamer Designs. Now, some of these I know for sure I'm keeping because they're on my to-do list, but some of these also I know I've got to think about. So for me, Dreamer Designs, love their rounds. If it's a round, I'm absolutely keeping it. If it's a square, I got to think about it. I've done a square from them. My experience matches pretty much everyone else's across the board, that their rounds are amazing. Their squares are not the greatest. So if it is a square kit, I'll have to think about it. Going through my Dreamer Designs, this is one I bought relatively recently. This one is called Sweet Dreams Candy Store. And it's another large one. It's 90 by 60. And I'm going to have to look up on my purchase orders on some of these to see if they're square or rounds, because that is something that for whatever reason Dreamer Designs does not put on their boxes. This one just has the size and the artist, which this is another Ciro Marchetti. So I have, gosh, I think 3 of his, because I think I've got 2 other ones in Dreamer Designs by him as well. So this one is a keep if it's round. I'll have to think about it if it's square. This is the other one of the other Ciro Marchettis I was talking about. This one is called Tarot Town. It is 60 by 80. And again, really want to keep it. I love both of these images, but I got to find out if they're round or square. This one is on my to-do list. It's actually on my want series this year, but I'm not going to get to it till December. So this is one that I probably will pack away just because it'll be after the move that I need access to it. This one is called Gingerbread Lighthouse, but this one is quite large too. It is 80 by 50. So quite large, but I'm pretty sure this one is a round. So definitely keeping this one, but I can pack it away. I don't need access to it immediately. This one is one that you guys just saw. This was a Stay or Go video. It's called Autumn Sun. It is a round because I opened it up, so I know that it's a round, but I also know that I'm not going to get to it anytime soon. So I am going to keep it, but it can get packed away because I won't get to it until after the move. This Dreamer Designs is another relatively recent purchase. This one is called Beautiful Blossoms. I'm pretty sure this one is a round, but I just love it. One of the Dreamer Designs that I did was a round called Cottage on the Water. They just render flowers and landscapes so beautifully that when I saw this with all the colors of the flowers and everything, I just had to have it. It is a round, but again, not going to get to it anytime soon, so it can get packed away. This one is called Victorian Mansion Grounds. This one is a Dominic Davidson. So I really want to keep this one, but it's another big one, 80 by 60. And I'm not sure if this is round or square. Again, if it's round, it's a definite keeper, but I need to figure out if it's round or square, because if it's square, then I got to reconsider. Then this one is a relatively recent purchase too. This is American Christmas Gnome. This is something that I'm probably going to be doing during DP for Pets. I don't know if this one is a round or a square. I think it's a round, so I'll have to look it up and see. I think it's a round. Either way, I'm going to keep this one, even if it's square, because I bought it for my event, and so I want to keep it for those purposes, but I'm not going to get to it anytime soon. DP for Veterans isn't until November, so that can get packed away as well. Then my last big Dreamer Designs is another Ciro Marchetti, surprise, surprise, called Ye Old Christmas Shop. I think this one is a square. Now, I may still keep it. It is, again, another huge one. It's 90 by 60, but it is like this Christmas window with all these toys and holiday decorations and everything, and I just think it would be really a fun one to work on. However, if it's a square, I don't know. So I've got 4 Dreamer Designs that I've got to check if they're squares. I've got 4 that I know I'm going to keep because they're rounds. So that's 8. And then I have 3 more Dreamer Designs, which I moved to a separate pile because they're all so small. This one is called Snowman with Gold and Silver Presents. Now, I've done another kit by this artist, but it was in the squares, and like I said, not the best experience. This one is only 40 by 50, So if it is squares, I got to think if I want it. It's small enough that I might hang on to it anyway, but I'll have to think about it. This one I just bought recently as well. This one is called Lady Luck. This is actually on my Want series. I actually just love the way this painting looks. This one is a round, I know. It is not very big. It is only 40 by 50. I was actually going to get to her relatively quickly, either this month or next month. So she's going to go in my keep accessible pile. So definitely keeping her. And then my last Dreamer Designs, this is another recent purchase. It is another gnome. It's called Halloween Gnome. And it's by the same artist that did the snowman, but I don't know if this one is a square or round. Again, it's small. It's only 40 by 50, but I need to check and see if it's a square or not and decide if I'm going to keep it. So that is 8, 9, 10, 11 Dreamer Designs and 3 diamond painting shop. So for those of you who are keeping track, that means my stash count is currently at 32. I have Oraloa, Bella Art Diamonds, and Diamond Art Club left to go. Let me move all these out of the way, separate them into my piles, and I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay, so I'm down to my big 3, which used to be Dreamer Designs and Oraloa and Diamond Art Club, but now includes Bella Art because I bought quite a few kits from them. So I'm going to start out with Oraloa just because many of them are going to get packed away. With Oraloa, I know their squares are good. I know their rounds are good. I've done both. So these are just going to be decisions for me based on, am I going to get to them quickly, probably size, and whether or not they're on my want list. Even if they're not on my want list, if it's something I really, really want to do, I may just leave it out so it's accessible, just so I have some choices when one day I get a wild hair and decide that I want to work on something. Okay, so some of these you've seen because they've been unboxed, some of them you haven't. So yeah, just going to jump in. So the first one is called Promenade Bucolique. I just love the color scheme of this one. I purchased this one, but it's kind of big, 50 by 76. It is a square and I love it, but I'm not going to get to it anytime soon. So that one can get packed away. This one is called Hibiscus. This is actually on my Want series. So I'm going to be keeping this out where it's accessible. It is a square, but it's super pretty and I would love to get to it to work on maybe this summer. So before the move. So I'm going to leave this one out where it's accessible. This one is a new one. This is one of the ones my husband bought me. This is by Bayonet. It's called Sweet Unicorn and it is a round. So I definitely want to keep it. It's super cute. Definitely want to keep it. But this was kind of an unexpected purchase. So not anything that I'm probably going to get to anytime soon. So it's going to get packed away as well. This is the second one that my husband bought me. This one is called Autumn Queen and love, love, love it, but it's big and I believe it's square and it's just not something I'm going to get to this year. So this can get packed away. This one is called The Legend. It's kind of this anime style girl and I really love this one. I don't remember if this is round or square, but that's not a consideration for me with Oraloa. But it is definitely one that I will not get to anytime soon, so she can get packed away. This is another one called Camille. And she's just this cute little mermaid sitting in like a clamshell with little pearl things. Love the color scheme of this one, but not something that I'm going to get to this year. Maybe next year for Mermaids and Magic I can do her. This is another one that I would love, love, love to get to, but will be in the future as it is aptly named. This one is a steampunk one, but it is big. It is 70 by 70, which isn't as large as some of my other ones, but just not something I want to get into right now. And definitely not one that I'm going to get into before we move. So that one can get packed away. I've got another Bayonet. This one is called Totem Lion. And it's this little boy in the forest holding a baby lion. It's super cute. She has a whole series of kits like this. I don't remember if this one is round or square. Doesn't matter. I'm keeping it, but not something I'm going to get to this year. So that can get packed away. This one is called Conquest by Warmtail. This is one that I don't know. I got to think about this one. I don't know if it's round or square off the top of my head, but I just don't know if this is one that I'm going to hang on to. I've already unboxed it on the channel, but I just don't know if it's something that I want to keep. So I got to think about that one. Here is my third Bayonet called Totem Licorne. She's like a little girl with like a rainbow Pegasus unicorn. What is that? A Pegacorn, whatever they're called. Again, super cute, keeping it, but not anything I'm going to get to this year. So that one can get packed away. Two more Oraloa. This one is called Just You with Oraloa, and I bought this one because it is another one of those kind of little vignette ones. This is a round though, and I really love the picture, so this is a definite keep, but again, not something that I'm going to get to anytime soon, so I really don't need it out. And then this one is actually one that I hadn't intended to do soon, but I've moved it up on my get done list. It is a round, so it won't take very long, and this box got kind of beat up and it's falling apart, and rather than just kind of mess with it, oh, it is square, I lied. It says it's square diamonds, but it's not very big. It's only 40 by 50. And rather than kind of mess with the box and worry about it getting crushed and all of that, I decided I'm just going to do that one. So I'm going to leave that one out where it's easily accessible. So I have 12 Oraloa, 13 if you count the whip, but that's already been included in the whip. So 12 Oraloa. And of those, 2 that I'm going to keep out, the rest I'm going to pack, and 1 I need to make a decision about. So now we're down to Bella Art Diamonds and Diamond Art Club. Let me move all the Oraloa stuff, get stuff kind of sorted out, and I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay, so I've moved things around a little bit to kind of put these in the middle, and I've kind of lowered my stack of Diamond Art Clubs just so it was a little easier to see. I'll probably rearrange a bit once I get done with Bella Art. But anyway, so I had 12 Oraloa, which means my stash count is currently sitting at 44. So let's see how many Bella Arts I have, and then we'll get to the biggest chunk of my stash, which is Diamond Art Club. Okay, so for Bella Art, I've got 3 that are still in the Mary's Diamonds boxes, but these are Bella Art Diamonds kits. This one is called Yarn Crafter's Delight, and it is a square, but it's not very big. I may keep this one out for access because I might do this one for one of their events. I don't know if that will happen before the move, but because this one is only 50 by 50, I might keep this one as accessible just so I have something kind of small to work on. Then I have this one. This one is called Vicky. This one is a round, so definitely want to keep that. It's not that I don't like square drills. I don't mind square drills if they're good quality, and Bella Art, they are good quality. So theirs I will keep no matter what, but this one is a round, so I definitely want to keep that one. And this one is not that huge either, but again, not something that I'm going to get to anytime soon, so that one can get packed. This is another one by the same artist that did Vicky. This is called Snow Girl. However, this one is a square, but this is also another kit. It's slightly larger, and it's not something I'm going to get to anytime soon, so this one can get packed away. Then I've got the new Bella Art branded boxes, and I've got several in here, but also several that I'm not going to get to. This is a smaller one. This one is called A Sip of Sunshine. This one is round, and I might want to get to this one just so I have something small to work on. So I think I'm going to keep this one in my easily accessible pile. I don't have it on my want series or anything like that, but I think I'll just keep it because it's small and it's round. I'll keep it where I have access to it before the move because I might get to it before then. This one is called Aquarius Teacup, which I love because I'm an Aquarius. This one is a square, and it's not very big, but I'm not going to get to it anytime soon. So this one is going to get packed away as well. This one is called Moon Earring. I really like this one. I like the color gradients of the background and everything. I like the kind of starry night that her hair turns into, but it's just not something that I'm going to get to soon, so that can get packed away. All of these Bella Arts are keeps. I'm not getting rid of any of these. All right, this one is a little bit bigger. This one is called Witch and Magic book, but it's super cute and it's got like glow in the dark drills. So definitely want to keep this one. But again, not something that I'm going to get to anytime soon. Maybe for Halloween, but I've already got some other kits that I'm going to keep out for that. And Halloween's not until after we move anyway. So yeah, that one can get packed. This is a recent purchase. I don't think I've showed you guys this one before. This one is called Pink Cockies. This was one of their new releases. And this one is a round drill because I wanted some round drill kits because I think I've mentioned multiple times I'm kind of squared out at the moment. I'm plugging through, but I've just done a couple of kits where the squares aren't great, but definitely keeping this one. It's just cute little pink cockatoos. Then this one was a sneak peek. I showed you guys this one. This is called the Little Witch's Surprise. And it's just this cute little witch looking out a window. It's super cute. Definitely keeping this one, but not something I'm going to get to anytime soon. I know I'm saying that a lot, but that's the whole part of the point in me going through this stash is to see where I'm at. And then this one was another recent purchase in their round of new releases. This is called Blue. It is a round. It's not a huge kit and not something I'm going to get to anytime soon, but I wanted to put some more round kits in my stash so that when I did go through and start picking out what I wanted to do, I had a nice selection of rounds versus squares. I've got 10 Bella Art kits, 2 that I'm going to keep out for easy access, and then these other 8 can get packed away. So now we're down to the big one, and that is Diamond Art Club. Let me get all these Bella Art kind of separated so I can figure out what goes where, and I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, here we are for the last section, and that is my Diamond Art Club kits. Now, I'm fairly certain that all of these I'm going to keep, whether they're round or square, they're good quality. Same with Oraloa, same with Bella Art Diamonds. I actually have less to sort through than I thought. Really, Dreamer Designs squares, and I had quite a few more of them than I thought. I've got maybe 6 kits so far that I'm not for sure if I want to keep just because they're squares. I got to think about the images and the size. I'll take that into consideration. But everything else I'm keeping. But I have sorted them into things that I need to have easily accessible and things that can get packed away. So I'm feeling pretty good about everything so far. So this has been a good exercise for me. Oh, and I had 10 Bella Art Diamonds, so those of you who are keeping track, I'm currently sitting at 54 for my stash count. And that does include all of my whips. Okay, let me start with these 2 here on the bottom. These were Christmas gifts last year, and I'm going to keep these easily accessible just because they're small. And I may do this one for DP for Pets. This one is the little basset hound called Autumn Leaves. Love this one. It's super cute. So that one's going to stay out where I can get to it. And then I have this cute little one called Aurora the Unicorn, which is also round and also small. So both of those are going to get kept where I have easy access to them. Now, let's get through everything else. And I'm just going to grab these at random. This one is called Birth of the Teratov Kirin. Definitely keeping this one. It is square. Not anything that I'm going to get to this year. I don't think it's on my want series. That's something I need to do is go back and go through my want series. But I think so far I've only pulled one that's on my want series. So hopefully the rest of them are buried in here somewhere. This one was a fairly recent purchase. This one is called Desert Bloom. It's just a lot of desert succulents. It is round, as you can see, but I don't think that's one on my want list. So that will get packed away. This one is called Love Your Inner Child. It's like a little green dragon, round, but not one that I'm going to get to anytime soon. So that can get packed. This one I'm going to keep out. This one is called Patriotic Camper. Oh, no, this is not one that I'm going to keep out. I take that back because this is one that I got for the DP for Veterans event. I haven't decided if I'm doing this one or the Patriotic Gnome. I might do both. I don't know what November looks like yet, but I'm definitely keeping that kit. This one I'm going to be keeping out for easy access. This one is called Belly Dancer. This is one of my 5 oldest kits. It is a square, but it is one of my 5 oldest kits, so I'm going to be keeping that one out for easy access. This one was a Black Friday purchase. This one is called Naoko, and it's just this cute little girl. Not on my want series, not anything I'm going to get to pretty quickly. This one is called Sunken Ship. This is one of the ones that came out of their very first mystery box that I bought, gosh, a couple of years ago, I think. This one is big. It has a lot of drills because this box is heavy, but not something I'm going to get to this year, not on my want series, so it can get packed away. This one you guys saw me unbox in a Stay or Go. This is Notre Dame Night. Definitely keeping this one. So many of you made good points about the nostalgia of it because my mom was a huge Paris lover. She and my dad actually traveled there for one of their anniversary trips, so she got to see it, but yeah, lots of memories. So definitely keeping that one, but not something I'm going to get to anytime soon because it is very large as well. This one is a Josephine wall called Spirit of Flight. I've never done a Josephine wall from Diamond Art Club before, so I'm gonna keep this one for that reason, but I don't know when I would get to this one, so this can get packed away. Okay, so that is 8, 9, 10, 11 Diamond Art Club so far. I'm gonna move these out of the way and put them in my can be packed pile so we can get to the rest of them, so don't go anywhere. Okay, I changed my mind because my living room already looks like diamond paintings exploded all over it. I'm just gonna set the ones I've already gone through off to the side here and we'll continue going through the stack. This one was another Black Friday purchase. This is called Rainbow Dragon Hugging Cat. I've actually done a kit, another dragon kit by this Dragons and Beasties before, my Fiona Butterfly, so it was super cute, so I got this one. But again, not anything I'm gonna get to anytime soon. This one I'm going to keep easily accessible. This is one of my 5 oldest. This is Jasper C. This is around, excited to get started on that one, so definitely gonna be keeping that one where I can get to it. This one was another, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. This is called Wilhelmina's Nook. Just a super cute little witch with her dog. Cute, keeping it, but don't know when I'll get to it. This one is actually a Christmas one, but I think I'm gonna keep this one where I can access it. This is called Christmas Bunny, and I may use this one for the 2024 Diamond Art Club Challenge kit because you have to do one that's a holiday, so that may be the holiday one that I do. This one, I don't remember when I bought this one. I don't know if it's Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or just another random purchase, but this one is called Lucky Manokaneko. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Anyway, it's the little lucky cat. My husband has a thing for the lucky cat. We have one sitting in our room, so I wanted to do that one for him, but I don't think that's on my want series either. All right, Sunday Delight. This is a Spangler, and this is on my want series, so I will keep that one where I can get to it. Then we've got Kindred Spirits. I'm not usually a big cat person, but I actually really love this painting. So, and I think this is on my want series as well, so this is one I need to keep easily accessible. This one is called Little Helpers. This is a Christmas one that is dragons. And honestly, this is one of the ones that I'm like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna get to this one. Yeah, I'm just really reconsidering. You guys have all encouraged me to really double and triple check whether I want to destash any kits. And Diamond Art Clubs I would not destash because of quality. Their squares are great, their rounds are great. It's just that one is super big and it's kind of dark colors, so I don't know about that one. But I'm gonna leave it in the keep pile for now. This one I think was just a random, I really wanted this one. This one is called Christmas Shells, and it's like a beach and all the shells are arranged so they look like a Christmas tree. I really love this one. It's huge, it's Christmas. I'm not gonna get to it anytime soon so it can get packed, but I'm definitely keeping it. This is another one I just don't know about. It's big, it's dragons, which makes me wanna keep it, but it's big and it's heavy, which means it's large. So I don't know, but dragon attack, and I love dragons. So, okay, let me rearrange a bit so I know what I've gone through and what I haven't. I will be right back. All right, so I've got them separated a little bit here. These are ones that I'm keeping, but I don't need really access to right away. This stack over here is ones that I want accessible to me because they're on my want series or I'm gonna wanna do them soon. And then we've got these here in the middle to still go through. This one is called Yorkie and Magic Books. I'm actually gonna keep this one accessible. because this is one that I plan to do for DP for Pets. It is a partial, so it won't take very long. This one is Benedict Blue. I'm actually going to keep this one accessible as well. This one is on my want list. It's kind of big, but it's super cute and I can't wait to do it. This one is another Spangler called Afternoon Tea. I'm already doing 2 Spanglers, well 3 if you count the Sunday Delight that's in my want to do series. So I think this one is just going to go in the keep pile. This is another Black Friday Cyber Monday purchase called Desert Bloom Dreamcatcher, and it's just this really pretty dream catcher with all these little succulents and everything. Really like it, but I'm not going to get to it anytime soon, so keep. I would love to get to this one. I wanted to get to this one last year. It didn't happen, and I don't think I'm going to get to it this year either. Called Close Encounters. It's the little girl with the alien, and I just love the color scheme of this one. Okay, almost done, you guys. This one is called The Literate Dragon, which is another Spangler, and because it's books, I definitely want to keep this one, but I don't know when I'll get to it, so that one can get packed away. This one, another Spangler called Treasure Quest, same thing as The Literate Dragon. Don't know when I'll get to it, but I definitely want to keep it. This I want to keep because it is my only mystery kit. It is by the same artist that did my Little Helpers, the Christmas dragons. This one is pretty heavy. I believe this one came in the mystery box that I purchased as well, but it's big, it's square, and no idea when I'll get to it. So this one is going to go in the okay to pack away pile, as will the 2 Spanglers. Okay, last 5 kits. Absolutely love this painting. It's called Aerial Angel, but it's huge, and I'm not going to get to it anytime soon. This one is called Sunnyside Antiques. I actually think this one is on my want list, but it is quite large. This one is 95 by 70, so quite large, but that'll give me something to work on. Then I've got Customized Bookshelf, which is another Spangler. I don't know when I want to get to this one because I want to make some changes to it. I haven't quite decided what I'm doing yet, so I think that's probably going to get packed away as well. Then the last 2, this one is called Shaman by Lori Prindle. This is one that I bought to do for DP for Pets. I don't know if I'll get to it this year. I don't think it's on my want list, so it'll probably get packed. And then my last Diamond Art Club here is called Phoenix. And I absolutely love this one, but just not something that I'm going to get to this year. So these and the 6 others I've got stashed around my living room puts me at 34 Diamond Art Club. So if you've been keeping track, that means my stash is currently sitting at 88. I've got 10, 11-ish kits that I'm going to keep easily accessible. The rest of them can get packed away. I've got a few decisions to make about some of my square Dreamer designs. The one square that I did, that was the penguins, was kind of small and it wasn't too terrible. I just don't know if I want to do another not great square kit in some of the sizes that I have with the Dreamer designs. But we'll see. Maybe my desire to keep those images, even if the squares aren't great, and I could always buy the drills from someplace else if I wanted to do that. Something for me to think about. Okay, so that's where my stash sits currently. I've got 88 kits. Definitely have a good chunk of them that I can pack away in totes in preparation for our move. That frees up some space in my office because we need to paint in there, so things need to get moved around. I've already cleared out some crafting stuff in preparation for giving my daughter some of the furniture out of there. So yeah, that's where I'm at. You guys let me know in the comments below, what is your stash currently sitting at? Do you have plans to buy a lot this year? Are you going to try and do a no buy this year or a no buy for the next couple of months? I had a huge chunk of my budget stashed for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I don't know if I'm going to stick to that necessarily because we will be in Canada hopefully by then. So my spending patterns may look different, but we'll see where I'm at. As I pack up the house, it also makes a difference on how much room we have and if we're running out of things. That may have a factor in my decision as well. That's it for me today, guys. Thanks so much for sticking around till the end of the video. Before you leave, don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. And as always, guys, Thanks so much for watching.